Good evening, everyone.
Howdy.
Do you like my new title, Funtabulous?
Funtabulous.
And it's a mixture of fun and fabulous. So there you go.
Boom.
It's as easy as that.
Addo.
Oh dear, it's just making a coffee, by the way. So
And I made a very vodka.
yes, it's making me a coffee, but he's having an alcoholic beverage.
As you do.
So there you go.
Orange.
Yeah, he's only having the one though because he's on a secret mission tomorrow.
Yes. Hopefully. Well,
Yeah.
I'll see the weather forecast, but it's all looking good.
Well, he's going skiing, in other words.
Either that or swimming.
Oh dear. Anyway, so yes, I come up with that thing, and I thought, well, you know, what can I call it? And it's you know, fun and fabulous. So there you go. So yeah, we've only got the one watching now. I don't know who it is, whether Ian's still. It's probably Chris. I'm still watching adverts. So yeah, so we'll sort of keep wittering away until somebody turns up.
As you do.
As you do. So mind you, having said that, it's on adverts, so still another 6-minute ad. Oh dear. I was watching mine last night and I got an half an hour ad again. And somebody keeps moaning because they just get a 30-second ad or a 15-second ad, and I keep getting like an hour and half an hour. So hiya, Ian, how are you? You're talking to yourself. Ian, I hate to say this, but I think he's going a bit.
Hey, that's had no vodka yet.
Oh, just finished work. Oh, -2. So, I mean, it's not been that cold here today, but it's like, obviously we had the snow yesterday and it's sort of turned to ice. So,
Wally up. Wally.
Well, some people wear a Wally hat. I'm dead. Always is watching from the bath.
We're going to battle, Ian.
Yeah, do you want to join me on panel? But we don't want to see you rubber ducky.
No.
Oh dear. Oh dear me. You're making me choke. You're making me laugh that much. Oh, it could be worse, I suppose. But yes, the snow has now turned to ice. So did you see what it's for?
I'm gonna abuse it like a donkey.
Oh dear. Oh.
Do you know?
Oh, that my eyes is running already, and I've only been going about 5 minutes. Oh dear. But yeah, it's in fact, we've had eating on, and I've just told Chris to turn it off. No, you didn't, because I did when I went to ladies' room. new way of windmilling comes to mind. Oh dear. But yeah. So well, I have been out since God knows when, since last time I went to the doctor for B12 injection. But you know, they've been building snowmen and sledging. Hi, Vanessa, how are you?
Hello, Vanessa.
So yeah, you know, and Chris says, it did sort of take the drone up, but from the backyard, if that makes sense. Just to, you know, give it a whirl out. But he's going for his exercise tomorrow.
He get a 10 for 53 hours, says you. Oh, I'm Jan messaged Nicole yesterday. She's getting better slowly and slowly. Slowly.
Oh, that's all right then. As long as she's on the mend, that's all that matters, Amjad. So yeah, you know, he sort of went out back, put it up, you know, had a quick whirl round and then come back down. So and believe it or believe it not, is drone footage of the snowstorm yesterday has got 800 views.
No, not the word drone footage. That was just from the camera.
Oh, but okie dokie then. Amjad. Some as I say, I know, because if nobody knows, Nicola's had, you know, the C word. Oh, 807. Well, it were only on 799 last time you sort of kept telling me. So yeah, it's done quite well. And you know,
video, just stood outside and taking a few pictures.
But yeah, I'm glad she's feeling better anyway, Amjad. Same as I say, even if it weren't for the pandemic, I wouldn't have gone out anyway, because I'm not steady on my pins as it is.
Yeah.
We are sort of going in, you know, well, horse of a tit, should I say, and ending up with a broken leg or something, because that had just been my luck. So yeah. So yeah, I've sort of admired it from afar, let's just say, and cranked eating up. So, but I don't know whether we're in for more snow or whether it's going to rain and wash it all away. And
rain, apparently.
Yeah. So you actually got a notification then?
Notification.
Well, you must be only one, because nobody else gets some. So yes, yes. If you hadn't guessed, I'm live, by the way.
Not if you're watching this tomorrow, you're not me.
No, but yeah, if you're still there, Ian, I made a decision the other day. I'm going to start doing the baking vlogs again. So, because Steve made me an intro, which I've never used, and he's doing me an outro.
Intros that you've never used.
Yeah, one or two intros that I've never used. So I says, well, looking back on my videos, the last one I did were in July. So I've made a decision that I'm going to start doing the baking vlogs again. I should have had a delivery from Amazon today. It's not a tablecloth, but it's like a table covering. And you know these trellis tables that they have at these like shows and whatever to display jewelry and whatever. And it's like made of spandex, so it covers the whole thing, legs and lot. But I then had an email saying it won't be delivered today. It's going to be delivered either tomorrow or Sunday. But I did order Tracy some of them dariole moulds as well, and that said the same thing. That should have been delivered today, but either 16th or 17th. But I was originally looking for a tablecloth, a table covering. But when I came across this, I thought I were in raptures, and I sent it to Chris, and I says, this is ideal, because the white cloth that I've been covering my table with, it's got more holes than, you know, Sunday school, you know what I mean? So I says, right, I'll get a proper thing for it. Make it look all professional for when I'm, you know, start doing my vlogs. Nah. Combo of snow fairy and vanilla. Ooh.
Did you get some snow from outside the man, Jad?
But yeah, so I says to Chris, I says, once the table coverings come, then I'll start doing my baking vlogs, because then it looks I bet then tell it is snow in London. But you know, it looks all professional then when I'm doing my baking vlogs. So I'm you know, and the same as Chris says, bin man ain't been either. He says, well, I got my car out. He says, and I went down to Asda. He says, so if I can get my car out, a great big bin lorry. You telling me a big...
So there next weekend.
Oh, pardon me. You know, if I can get my car out, he says, surely to God, whatever ton bin lorry should be able to get around. Oh, he's going his vaccine at weekend.
Ooh.
Well, basically, when I had my medication review, I asked the pharmacist, and basically she said I'd probably get mine probably February, March time. So Tia,
Yeah.
don't you mean year, Doc? But you never know with you being asthmatic.
Right, true.
But yeah, and I says what you know, all health conditions, what I've got, and blah blah blah. So she says, basically, you're only. Hi, Kate. How are you?
Okay.
So yeah, so I discussed it with the pharmacist when I you know, I did my medication review, and she says basically I'm only a medium risk. So, you know, medium risk, what does that, you know? But anyway, so she says I would envisage you'd probably be offered it about February, March time. So we'll just have to wait and see. So how are you feeling, Kate? Have you had any adverse effects from this new medication that you've been put on? She started it yesterday, so I mean, obviously it's too soon to tell, but you know, how are you feeling? So so it's a case of waiting and seeing, really. You know what I mean? All of us has got to wait for that letter landing on his doorstep. So just a bit sickly. The same as I mean, same as I says to you when I messaged you all the day, Kate. It's got to get into your system and got to take effect, and you know what I mean. It's it's a hard thing to sort of say, oh, you know, it's suiting me or it's not suiting me, because you only sort of, did you have a letter off the government? No, not yet. But apparently, my lady Travels says she'd had one, but I don't think she's had it just yet. She's basically had a letter saying that, you know, because of her age and what, you know, her illnesses that she suffers from, basically she's one at next in line. So, you know, she has had a letter, but according to, from what I can gather, you have a letter either from your GP or from the government saying you are now eligible for your vaccine. Oh, from 50 upwards. Well, I'm closer to 60 than I am 50. So yeah, so I wonder. No. So yeah, we'll wait. You know, we'll just wait and see what happens. I mean, I don't think we've had any post today, have we?
No, that's not up for the last few days.
But I mean, obviously, because we've had all this snow, I mean, it could be delayed. Same as I was just saying earlier, Kate, I've made an order. I've ordered like a, you know, for the pasting table that Johnny bought me. Hiya, Richard. I've ordered a, well, it's not a tablecloth, it's a table covering. And it's one that the viewers, like, you know, these trellis tables, and like you stretch it, you know, like when you go into these trade shows and you know, oh yeah, I mean, we both had us flu jabs, but you know, I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens. You know, it's just a case of waiting and seeing, really. So yeah, so it's like made of spandex, which is a very stretchy fabric, and it's meant for these like trellis tables that you go to these trade shows with, and you know, you cover your trellis table over, and it even covers legs and everything, so you can show your wares off. I know it sounds a bit corny, but hey ho. And I says to Chris, I looked at it, I says, that's ideal for what I want, you know, at least that way it's not going to be pinging off all over the place. And yeah, let me just have a look. Okay, I'll send you a link. But I was just saying, you know, the Dario molds, I did promise Tracy I would buy them, but they were supposed to come today, but then I had an email saying, oh, we're running late, and now it says tomorrow or Sunday, so it's saying now expected.
Doctor's in the house.
Hi, Dr. Smith. I don't know why I had to send it. I'll send it you in a bit, Kate. But it's like a purple, like burgundy purple colour. He says he's just got back from the market. The Randy Lewin. But yeah, I'll send it in a bit. It's ideal. Initially, I was looking for a tablecloth. I typed in tablecloth, and it come up with this. And I said to Chris, I sent it Chris, and I went, this is just what I want. I couldn't, you know, come across a better thing to, you know. But yeah, I ordered them Thursday, early hours of Thursday morning, and it says they will, but because I'm sending the Dario mold straight to Tracy's address. And it basically everything should have been delivered today. But then obviously, because I've ordered it on Tracy's behalf, basically it says there's been a delay. Now expected between 16th and 17th. So yeah. So I'll send you a link in a bit, Kate. When you see it, you'll see what I mean by it's perfect for what I want. So yeah. And it was pretty reasonably priced, you know what I mean? And the good thing about it is, once you take it off, it like folds up all like neat and in a square, and you know, yeah, and it won't pop off at table. It covers legs and everything. I mean, not that anybody sees legs, but it's just the fact that it could be a snug fit, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I was glad I come across it, really. But the mostly used on these you know, tables where they do trade shows and whatever, just to make it look more professional, you know what I mean? But so yeah, so I says to Chris, I says, well, I were going to do a baking vlog this weekend, but it all depends whether, because I want it to look professional, you know what I mean? I don't want it to look slapdash. I want it to look professional. So all depending on when it comes, of course. I've decided on two things that I'll probably do the vlogs on. One is golden syrup cake, and then there's apple upside down cake. So these two I've got planned at the moment. So oh, pardon me, that's that coffee. Yeah, I know. I tried to do it, but I thought, oh, bugger it. Hiya, partner. How are you? Yeah, but it's like we've had a big freeze overnight, Kate. So it's all like turned to ice. Chris,
half an hour scraping Funtabulous snow off the car.
Yeah, it got good to Asda today for some milk and some bread. Because he'd sort of not ventured out yesterday. It's snowing really bad. So he took brush out, and he says it took him about an hour to get shutter all snow from right car and off the top of the car and everything. But you know, he sort of he went out back today. And because he's got them in it, he's allowed to take off from our back garden. So we took the drone up just to sort of get a bit of a, you know, a whiz art sort of thing and something for him to do. And that's another thing why I've started doing the baking vlogs as well. It's keeping his, how can I put it? Keeping it busy. Yeah, keeping his brain and his body busy, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's giving him something else to focus on rather than, you know, not being able to go out or. But yeah, I mean, he did a vlog yesterday, Kate, some of the pictures that I sent you, and basically it's it just over 800 views at the moment. It's going down a storm, that one, isn't it? It's only like not quite a 2-minute film. So yeah. But yeah, so it's like froze overnight, and you know, it's a bit like an ice rink out there. Guy next door's been shoveling, you're scraping all footpaths and everything. Yeah, he's actually done a video about it, Amjad. Well, Well, he's done one today that he took when he took the drone up, and then 2, we did the one yesterday where he took the footage of the snow. Oh dear. But yeah. It's I don't know whether it'll stick around or whether it'll freeze again tonight or what. I don't know.
I'm hoping so. Apparently, where I'm going tomorrow, which is in Sheffield.
Yeah, I'm talking about talking to Kate about. Yeah, I saw her on Facebook monkeying around or something. You know, Jack were dangling from a tree and Harry were jumping on a log, and I also seen Johnny had made a sledge for Keena. And he'd made it out of old guttering and an old seat or something. And basically, he started pulling her, and I think rope broke. Yeah, I agree with you there, Kate. It's like nothing we've witnessed before, you know, having to tell your kids that they can't go out and play, you know what I mean? What you mean when you go out on your exercise?
Yeah.
Well, that's it, Kate. You know what I mean? It can't be fun that, you know, they're working so hard and then you sort of say, well, you can't go out anyway. You know what I mean? They've got to get out and get some fresh air. They've got to go out and let off a bit of steam, and you know, it's. You know, it's got to be more frustrating for kids. I mean, you know, I'm an adult, and I spoke to Bella this afternoon. I mean, we didn't have a video call or anything. We just, you know, back and forth with messages. And I says to Bella, I says, I don't know how. Oh, did hairdressing college work on Microsoft Teams?
Ooh.
But yeah, I says to Bella, I says, oh, I'm still saying I don't know. You know what I mean? It's you know, only place I ever go nowadays is doctors from a B12 or, you know, and I says to Bella, I says, I'm still saying I don't know. You know what I mean? And before you type anything, because I can hear you tapping away. I thought you were going to say you've never been sane. So yeah, you know what I mean. And Chris,
hey,
hiya Johnny, how are you? So yeah, you know what I mean. It's his biggest wonder. You know, all of us has gone insane. You know what I mean.
I'll beat you to it, boy.
So yeah, you know, and Chris often says to me, he says, well, I don't know how you do it. I says, do what? And he says, don't go out from 1 month to the next. He says it should drive me absolutely crackers, not being able to go out. And I says, well, look at it this way. You're my lifeline. You know what I mean? If it weren't for you being able to go to Asda and get essentials and whatever, you know, but I don't, knowing my luck, first time I'd go out and I'd you know, I'd get it. You know, I'm not saying I would do, but knowing my luck, but oh.
Sorry, Mrs. P. I'm just firing them back.
Oh. But anyway, I'd sooner know that I'm safe in Earth. You know, I know I'm. Hiya, Nicola. How are you? So I hope you're feeling a lot better, Nicola. Amjad did say. Amjad did say you might pop in, and he did say that you're feeling a lot better. So I do. I'm glad. You know.
Jogging. Well, that's a form of exercise, isn't it?
I didn't see that, Kate. Yeah, but it's you never know where you are with rules, because they're saying that you can go out and exercise. So I always thought that jogging were exercise. You know, correct me if I'm wrong. Bring jogging exercise. That's good to hear then, Nicola. So yeah, that's a bit strange. That is stopping people jogging. So very, very strange. I mean, when we went into this third lockdown, they did say you could still go out and exercise. So well, Kate's just put up in chat they were stopping people jogging on news. You're allowed exercise, but jogging's exercise. So very strange. You would have thought that unless they weren't social distance jogging or whatever, I don't know. I mean, but yeah, you know what I mean. It's the only thing that I can think of is they weren't socially distanced jogging. But let's say, I mean, as daft as it seems, if Chris wanted to go out jogging, that's his form of exercise, even if it's just round block or whatever. You know what I mean? Someone got pulled, I think, in London anyway, got stopped on his own. He was. Oh.
On his own, and he got stopped for jogging.
That is, that defies logic. That does, define exercise, and you say jogging. You know what I mean?
I'm going to see if it's on YouTube.
Yeah, Chris is going to.
Bad to be.
Very strange, and it's either these what are they, PCOs, that want to be bobbies and don't know the exact rules. You know what I mean? Yeah, but you get what I'm saying. Is let's say, for instance, you were a jogger. You were allowed one form of physical activity, etc., per day.
No, it's not. I don't think.
So, you know what I mean? You're allowed to exercise, and last time I looked, jogging were exercise. So it don't make sense, that don't. Whether what I call jobs worth. You know what I mean? More than the job's worth.
No,
but yeah.
Not on there.
But the jogger was filming him, asking, "Why have I been stopped? I'm exercising. I'm on my own." The police guy said it was because he was breathing out. What? That is stupid. We've all got to breathe out. Exactly. Kate says, but the jogger was filming him, asking, "Why have I been stopped? I'm exercising. I'm on my own." The police guy said it was because he was breathing out air particles. Yeah, and everybody breathes out.
I got to hold my breath while I jog.
Yeah. Hold your breath on doorstep, jog round estate, and then you can breathe out once you get back in.
I'll put a peg on my nose and I'll take my mouth up.
That is absolutely ludicrous. That is.
Sacking.
You know what I'd have said to him, don't you? I'd have said, "Have you tried jogging with a mask on?" You know what I mean? It's on this morning. This morning's got a YouTube page.
Was it? Oh, thanks for that then.
But yeah, you know what I mean? It's got to be one of these PCOs or what, you know, will want to be copper. You know what I mean? It's got to be.
This morning, 1.9, it's going to be that. Yeah, John.
You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly, Kate. It was more at risk being stopped talking to the copper. Exactly. But I'd have said to him, you know, have you ever tried jogging with a face mask on? What do they expect him to do? Jog with a face mask on and, you know, collapse from...
And guess what? You ain't got it on the YouTube channel.
They were saying there's different rules going about. Oh dear. You know, I'd have said to Copper, I'd have said, well, go back and look in your rule book. Because last time, you know, I've looked at rules and you can have exercise. I'm jogging on my own, and you know, basically, oh yeah, that's another thing. Chris said Boris is, you know, banning anybody entering the UK.
Yep. On the radio.
So you watch over the weekend. There'll be an influx of people coming back into the UK. Yeah. You and me both, Kate. But I can't believe that about... But they do say, Nicola, that once you've actually had it, that you are immune from getting it again.
No, you know, it's been proven that you can get it again.
No, it said on the news that once you've had COVID, you're immune from getting it for at least 5 months. I don't know how true it is. I don't know. I do know that you can get it again, but it does say, I don't know whether scientists have proved it or what, but it did say that once you've had it, that you are immune for about 5 months once you get it. So, but you see, you know, it's all right, but there's all these different variants now. There's one from South Africa. There's one from Brazil now as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, it all depends on which...
That's why they're banning entry to UK from all the new COVID variants, what's happening.
So that's what Chris has just said. That's why they're banning entry to the UK, because they're all variants that's coming into the country. So, but yeah, you know, it's crazy. But I don't know. You know, there's no wonder there's so many people are suffering with mental health problems, because it's enough to send anybody crazy. You know what I mean? It's you know, it's like Kate. Kate's got a lot of illnesses, and like myself, got a compromised immune system. Now, the only place I go is to the doctors, and that's only for my B12 injection. So, you know, that's the only place I go. Nurse that came to see Kate yesterday, she's had her first vaccine and was due the second. Now it's been cancelled, and she's a key worker. You know, I mean, I don't mind admitting, Nicola, that I suffer with depression. You know what I mean? And I know for a fact that this quite a few of my friends are in the same boat. You know what I mean? It's all getting too much. It's all getting too much for them. You know what I mean? Not being able to go out, not being able to do this, not being able to do that. You know what I mean? And it is depressing. You know what I mean? And for somebody that's already suffering with depression, yeah. Oh, that's not right. So when she gets to have her second one, will it be void because after you've had your first one, you've got to have a second one in 12 weeks. Oh dear. Oh, Richard says all second jabs have been delayed. But you see, that's the problem that they're having now is the supply of the vaccine. That's where the problems is coming in now, because they're having difficulty with the supply of vaccines. So, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah, I mean, we are hoping to do you see, I don't know, Kate. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think they can produce the vaccine quick enough. That's basically the problem. So I am going to be doing a. It's going to be a live stream, but it's going to be entitled "Let's Talk How Illnesses Affect Your Mental Health." Now, Bella said she'd come on. Kate said she'd come on. My lady said she'd come on. But I do know, because I spoke to my lady, and she's having a lot of problems. Kate said she'd come on. Tracy said she'd come on. But Bella's not in a good place at the moment. So we're sort of delaying it for a few weeks to give everybody a chance to, you know, get themselves together, so to speak. But I mean, as we are at the moment, Nicola, I don't think anybody's going anywhere soon. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're gonna be doing like a live stream about, let's talk about illnesses and how it affects your mental well-being or your mental health. I mean, I know for a fact, Kate knows for a fact, Bella does, my lady does. You know what I mean? We all know how as illnesses affect his mental well-being. So yeah, I mean, I've got no problem talking about it. You know what I mean? I've got several, several health issues. You know what I mean? And I think basically it'd benefit not just the people that are coming on the panel, but yeah, it's not only going to benefit. Well, I'll say ladies because it's all ladies at the moment, but it's not only going to benefit the ladies that are on the panel, but it's going to benefit other people by hearing different stories of how different illnesses affect the mental well-being and give people a better understanding of certain illnesses and how it affects your mental well-being. You know what I mean? And I know for a fact that, I mean, I went live a week, well, it'll be 2 week on Monday, and I just sat here crying basically all that live stream, well, most of it. You know, Amjad had said he felt down, I were down, and sort of I managed to do the baking live on the Tuesday, but then I got up Wednesday morning and I could hardly walk because I have problems with my muscles inflamed in my back, and I could hardly walk. My back were killing me that much. So basically, I took rest of the week off. But I can say sort of my back feels like, 95% better. But you've still got that feeling down feeling, if you know what I mean. I can't, yeah. And how much it's, you see, this is another thing. No, he should have bought a Euro Millions, Nicola, but he bought a Set for Life, and Set for Life is only drawn on Mondays and Thursdays. He'll forget what day it were.
No!
Anyway. So, I mean, my son's 18, but he suffers with severe anxiety. Now, luckily, he's got his Xbox where he can talk to his mates and everything. I mean, the guy that the guy that I sort of in it earlier on, it must have been one of Callum's mates, because anyway, but it's
Set for Life Monday.
But you see, Callum, at one point, I mean, Kate knows how bad he were, you know what I mean? Because I videoed him, just to show the doctors how bad he really were. But Kate knows how bad Callum were. Now, since he's had his Xbox and he's come off all social media, it's been a lot better. But I always worry that he's going to have another relapse and go back, because he lost 3 stone in weight. He weren't eating, he weren't sleeping, you know what I mean? And it got that bad. So even though I wanted to sit and cry, hey, Bella!
I do better, Rita!
Snobby Raid incoming. So, yeah, we're just talking about, hiya, Kevin, how are you? So, yeah, it has like a knock-on effect. It affects everybody, you know what I mean? Or is it just me again? No, Kevin's here.
Oh, is he here? Oh, is he here? We'll get something to eat then!
But yeah, but that's what I'm here for, Amjad. I'm here to, and that's why I called it Funtabulous Friday, because it's a mix up of fun and fabulous, you know what I mean? But it's got that knock-on effect when you have to stay strong for your kids, but inside, Pixie's what's flying.
My head at the moment.
Yeah. but yeah, you know what I mean? It's you even though you're sort of feeling low and feeling a bit down, because he's suffering more than you are, you have to stay strong for. So it's a bit of a have another beer.
Have another beer.
Well, you see, I wanted something, so I come up with Funtabulous because it's a mix-up of fun and fabulous. So that's how I come up with the name of Funtabulous, you know what I mean? But that's it. It's something that's keeping your mind occupied, you know what I mean? It's a marvellous night for a moon dance with the stars up above in your eyes. A fantabulous night to make romance. Oh. You've got your own.
You've got some spanner.
Well, I don't care. I haven't watched it yet, Kate, but I have recorded it. Apparently, like last night, they did a spin-off from it. They caught him and everything, and Kevin's having a little bit of wine tonight. So it were over 3 nights. So that were Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And last night they did like a docu thing, you know what I mean? Yeah, but like last night they did like a documentary type of thing, or how it come about and how they caught him and everything, like the real, like a real life documentary. A 2-litre bottle. Gordon Bennett. Kevin's got a 2-litre bottle of wine. Drunkard, you still need to talk. It were on ITV last night. Hey? He says, for starters, well, what else you drinking? But yeah, it were on ITV last night. It's like a one-off documentary type of thing. Yeah, it were actually on last night, Kate, but it's like it will like an in-depth look at how they caught him and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Pembrokeshire is ages away from me up in West Wales. Oh, there you go. But yeah, and I saw it and I thought, and then I sort of looked at the bio when it says, when an in-depth look at talking to real detectives that caught him and talking to real, detectives and everything that eventually caught him. So it will like a spin-off type of thing from it. Yeah, I did see that, Amjad. Winaholic. Yeah. But it's Friday. If you can't let your hair down on a Friday, when can you let your hair down?
I got no hair to let down.
Well, we know you ain't got a deal of hair on. But
all my hair off.
Well, you asked me to.
I know, we're getting so long, we're getting the eyebrow.
Plus, you're going out for Saturday morning.
I know.
But yeah, you know what I mean. It's keep doing what you're doing, Amjad. And if it makes you feel better, then keep doing it. You know what I mean? It's. I mean, I've said this, and I'll keep saying it. Doing these live streams is my social network. You know what I mean? It's my way of keeping in touch with everybody. Having a laugh, making people laugh, and for the varied amount of people that come in. Sad Old Red by Simply Red is a nice jazz. Oh, so yeah, it's my way of socializing, having a laugh. We've got a lot of different characters that come in, you know what I mean? And it's that mix match of people that come in, that makes it all worthwhile, you know what I mean? I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't how can I put it? Some days I could think to myself, oh, I'm not going to go live tonight. I just want, you know what I mean? But then you sort of weigh up pros and cons and you think, well, I feel a lot better after it. And even Chris said on Wednesday evening, it was such a good night that the 2 hours went, you know, just like that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because we had a laugh and we're all enjoying ourselves. It says that 2 hours went in, you know, went in a flash. You know what I mean? And you know, and I always say when I shut live stream down, oh, that were a good live stream tonight. You know what I mean? I've enjoyed doing it. I've enjoyed the laugh. I've enjoyed, you know, you know what I mean? It's a case of without you lot, I wouldn't feel in that good mood, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's all right, I can sit here and yatta till cars come home. But without your interaction and your wit and comments, it's like it all makes for a good live stream, if that makes sense. So, you know, and this moo. So if anybody wants to come on panel, just let me know. Blue top, please. Blue top? What? Milk? No blue. We don't have blue top in that. We have green top. Oh, yeah, that's the thing and all. Callum's gone on this sort of thing. He has these fads. Now, he went on to a fad where he'd have a coffee. Blue pills. Callum has these fads. Now, he had a fad where when he got up in the morning, he'd make himself a coffee. Now he's gone on to a fad where he has that milkshake, that Nesquik, that powdered stuff, that you mix with milk. So anyway, so Chris couldn't get any green top other day, so we had to bring the blue top. So anyway, so Callum sat there last night. He come down.
Dirt Rider!
Hiya, Dirt Rider.
Another fancy dropper.
I'm on coffee tonight, Dirt Rider. So yeah. So anyway, he made himself a milkshake last night. So he says, do you know, he says, this milkshake tastes better with this blue top milk than it does when I make it with a green top milk. And I had to go through, I had to go through all ins and outs of the different coloured milks. Blue top is like full fat milk, I says, and it's got extra cream in it and all this, that, and all that. Semi-skimmed, I says, is half and half. Guess what? What? Green top is semi-skimmed and red top is white water. Yeah, exactly. I don't care. I'd sooner drink the coffee black than have the red top in it.
Red top's crap.
Yeah, it is white water, basically. So, yeah. Green top's a waste of pouring. So I had to give him a lesson in different milks and, you know, and I says, don't ever try the red top, Callum. I says, because it's cack. I says, basically, that hasn't got no fat in it at all, or cream or whatever. I says, but it tastes like, well, I did say PISS water. You know what I mean? Hi, Wakey. But yeah. So I had to give him a lesson in yesterday in different coloured top milks, and because he said that, you know, the milkshake in USA blue top, in America's red top, we was buying and thinking yuck in coffee, etc. But you see, That's what I says to Callum Partnest. I said exactly the same thing, because we always buy semi-skimmed milk.
Up.
It's come in, all milk is skimmed a bit. Yeah. Yeah. Well. Anyway. So, did that make sense? Well, sort of. But you know, our aim to explain to Callum difference in different coloured tops. You know, red top's absolute cack, and it's piss water basically. Semi-skimmed is sort of half and half, and I says, but the blue top, I says, is the more creamy version of semi-skimmed. So he says, oh, you know, in future, he says, can you get just me some blue top? So Chris says, yeah, I'm full of tricks like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, semi-skims is happy medium. That's why we have it.
See you there, Ryder.
Yeah, see you there, Ryder. But yeah, you see, we buy the semi-skimmed because it's... So in America, their red top is actually our blue top. So yeah. So yeah, you know what I mean? Same as Partnest says, it's what you're used to, and we've always had semi-skimmed milk. Only in exceptional circumstances, like other day when they didn't have any semi-skimmed, so he bought the blue top. Otherwise, he wouldn't have known any different. But he you know, he sort of made the comment that, oh, it tastes a lot better when you make a milkshake with this blue top than it does green top.
Well, when he starts earning, he can buy all his own milk.
So yeah, so you know what I mean. I says to Chris, I ought to have said, just shut up and get it down your neck. But no, I had to go through all, you know, rigmarole explaining the different. Hi, Asgard, how are you?
Hey, Asgard!
Yeah, long time no see. Oh dear, but yeah. Oh, I miss Chick's here as well.
I do miss Chick.
So if anybody wants them, I'm just going to put the link in now. What am I doing? I don't know myself. No, I don't know myself what I'm doing. Half at time away.
I sometimes struggle.
But they also do one that's called Bob, which is best of both. So there you go. I bet you didn't know that one. So yeah, there is one called Bob.
I'm seeing if I'm still subscribed to.
But shall I resist? It's up to you, Johnny. Entirely up to you. So
I've not been getting any notifications.
But yeah, there is one, you know, to confuse everybody. There's one called Bob now, and it's called Best of Both, and that's half and half. So, you know, that's just to put a spanner in works. And but this is it, Kate. We so used to having the green top that it's, you know, we could tell difference. He says he's touching his blusher up first.
Does that mean more Prosecco? Just pack out.
No. Reminds me of a note once left for us by my cousin's Irish wife. We had it framed. Oh. But yeah, you know, we as a rule we tend to stick with the green top. But if they haven't got any green top, like they didn't other day, we settle for the blue top. Don't forget to milk the milk, as I'm all out and very tired. God. Did Tracy get the message? I had an email, Johnny, about them things that I've got for her. They're now be coming either tomorrow or Sunday. Your milk's so fresh you can hear it moo. Oh my God, I have learned what to do with the bag that bread comes in to keep it fresh. So share that with us then, Kate. So, you know, we're all about sharing and caring. But yeah, I got the same because I ordered a table covering, you know, for the read that last word again, Jeanette. It wasn't a spelling error. Don't forget to milk the milk, as I'm all out. Oh,
How's the weather over there?
no, he says it's on about.
Don't forget to milk the milk, as I'm all out. I'm very tired.
Tired. Tried. Yeah. Does she mean she's all out of milk? You know what I mean? Still turn the top of the bag and the top part folds over the loaf. I'll have to show you that. Oh, okie dokie then. Tried. Very tried. I don't get it. But yeah, you know, I might be a bit slow on uptake, but I still don't get it. Wakey. And Chris has read it again. We have no clue what the hell the note meant. Oh dear. But
yes, I was tempted to put it up as God, but I bottled it when it was snowing.
Yeah, it went outside and
I waited till it stopped.
Yeah, but he still had it framed. You know, when you get these notes and you're thinking, what the hell? And you don't understand, you know what I mean? You know, okie dokie then, partners. It'll be right back.
Be right back.
Yeah, so it's a case of, you know, you look at it and then you think, what the heck are they on about? Oh dear. But yeah, you know, oh, that's another thing I've ordered with shopping. I've ordered him some more milkshake.
More milkshake?
Yeah.
It's not chocolate. I don't like
No, it's strawberry. It's all right. He loves chocolate, but he don't like chocolate milkshake. Now, how does that work out? -3. I buries in basement. No, he isn't. Oh, he is. Oh dear.
Oh,
Hello.
I'm gonna put my hoodie on. Yeah.
And damp, it says.
Oh, lad.
Right, can you hear
Oh
me?
dear. Yes.
Right.
Now
Hello.
better.
Broke the snow shovel digging the car out today.
Oh dear.
Yeah, Chris just got brushed.
I just reversed straight out over the snow. I got a rab.
Well,
went forward over the snow.
Yeah, Chris sort of brushed it all off at roof and off at windscreen, and you know, he more or less did the same, Johnny. He had to go to Asda for some milk and some bread, and he says, I don't know whether our car's a 4-wheel drive or not. He says, but it says it made light work of going over that.
Well, I pressed the button and the steering wheel said heavier. So I thought, it's got to be 4-wheel drive, right?
You might take your outdoor kettle with you in the morning. It takes ages to boil.
Yeah, I think I had too much in it.
Too much information, Pork Nest.
What?
He says he had to siphon the python.
When they say siphon the python, don't they mean a little worm?
But the thing is, it's not all that cold here. Even though we have had...
Not all that cold?
Definitely had snow.
Yeah, Wakey said he had a 3-foot snowdrift all around his car. It weren't that bad here.
We had about 20, 30 centimetres here.
-1.
You know why he sounds different, don't you? Because he's got his headset on.
Take your headset off.
It's that microphone.
Wow, what's up here?
But yeah, we had loads of snow yesterday, Miss Chick.
I've not received. You mean recovered? Hang on, I'll switch it to other microphone. Yeah.
Miss Chick says it snowed here, but it was mainly sleet and didn't stick. But you see, we had tons of it yesterday. It more or less snowed all day yesterday, but overnight it's froze. So you can imagine how sort of dangerous, pavements and everything were.
Right, testicles, 1, 2 testicles. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's better. You sounded quiet.
Right.
And that's the first.
No, I'm recovered and I'm not having a drink now till my birthday in March. I have water.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, partner says that's much better.
Sorry.
But yeah, I mean, we've got a Grandland X, and Chris says, well, as far as I know, it into 4 before. Yeah. Keena making snowman. No, I was just showing it. Yeah.
About 5 minutes ago.
Did you sort a sledge out after your little mishap?
Yeah. Sorted with flying down the hill. Well, when you spray the bottom of the plastic guttering with WD-40, it's going to make it a little bit slidey.
No, I want about the mishap with the string that you're pulling her along with.
I screwed it down. The minute you let go of it, though, just on any slope, it went woof. I made it out of a swing seat, 2 pieces of wood and 2 pieces of plastic guttering and a bit of rope.
Oh, bless. See you later, Nicola.
See you, Nicola.
She's got some new puppies, chihuahuas. Don't tell Emma.
Oh, don't sit on them.
There it is.
Trouble. You all right?
I even put a cushion in.
Kate's mad that they ain't had any snow.
Oh, you're in Wales. It won't only be a matter of time.
Yeah, Wakey says car may be 4-wheel drive, but the tyres are crappy summer ones. Gritty's not been near my house, so it's just pure ice to drive to the nearest clear road.
Mine,
but you see, we right on the verge of a main road.
Yeah, but we've got to go down.
Yeah. Give me a chance, man.
Well, I thought I'd get in there.
But you've got to go off our road, and then it's like a slope down. And Chris says it's all right.
2 days
on main roads, it's fine. You know what I mean?
My car hasn't even slipped, even on back roads, no bother at all. Even though it's got they aren't off-road tyres either. So.
Yeah, he managed to get off it thing and down, but he says most main roads is clear.
Yeah, we got. Mine's got its MOT.
See you later, Nicola.
See you, Nicola.
Mine's got MOT on Wednesday.
It had an MOT.
No, it's having it.
Oh, well, we are on, we're being like a mobility car. We had Chris says a message just come up. It's due for a service in 9 weeks.
8 weeks now.
So,
well, mine's just got all new brake pads and lot again, so I don't know.
So basically, because see what
and tyres are brand new when I got that car. So.
Yeah, what they do is they send this message to, and it comes up on your dashboard. It's due for its service such and such a time, and what you do is you ring thing up, and they come out and pick it up and then they drop it back off once it's been had its service.
Yeah.
So, you know, we can't really, you know, can't
Only
really.
problem is when I drop mine off on Wednesday, I don't know where I'm going when I do it. I'm not getting on the bus.
But you see, that's good thing about this. They come and pick it up. They tell you a time when they're going to come and pick it up. And then they ring you to let you know that they're bringing it back once, you know, once services. And
They do wash it. They do wash it and Uber my car out when they've done it.
But yeah, so you know, it's a win-win situation with yours. You ain't got to sit out waiting while they don't service or anything.
The only minor I got on mine last year, minor was the fact that it wasn't a clicking car seat. You know, it's an older car. But it's an older car, so it doesn't have that uni-click thing. Yeah, it's my garage rang me and says, "You ready to book it in? It's due on the 26th." So I just said book it in for 20th.
Well, Wakish just said I had no problems, just had to be wary of all the cars that were slipping everywhere. But you'll be surprised in Sheffield, buses that had got stuck. Nah.
Did you see that? Do you know that one that the show going down the hill sideways and it nearly hit that far before?
I didn't see it.
It wrote calendar. That was back of my estate where I used to live in Bramley and Leeds.
But yeah, it's have you got MOT earlier now because of COVID crap?
No, they rang me and booked me in. It's only a little garage. So.
But I do know that. I mean, you see, we don't have to bother with because ours were a brand new car when we had it. But with this, it being mobility, we never have to worry about an MOT because after 3 years you get another brand new one.
You know that light bulb in there?
Yeah.
That players are killing the signs of yours because I think they're coming into Manchester to land.
Yeah.
Imagine the surprise on that driver's face when he saw this. There's a car that was stuck trying to get up the hill. You ready? What's the bus? He goes sideways. Look at that poor guy at the bottom in his car.
Oh, that's Sheffield, yeah. Bus was sliding downhill.
This is Bramley. Leeds. Look at the bus. There's a car at bottom.
Oh, really?
He's trying to get up.
Oh, seen that. Somebody said that was in Sheffield.
No, it's back at Leeds. It's the old mill
there as
back
well.
at Bramley.
Oh, that's crazy, that, isn't it?
Partner,
yeah, back.
Yo, partner.
Come on,
Hey.
See, you know, you'd be surprised. They're all like.
What car's that?
What make is it? You mean car? It's the Vauxhall Grandland X.
What are you doing, scrapping it?
No. Straight coat smoke.
Oh, no, you can fix it anyway. You'll be able to fix it all anyway.
You know, two failures with front tyres. I've had them replaced already. I've got all the bits I need to set out the other failures.
What were the main dangerous one? What did it say?
Tyres. Both front tyres.
Oh, that's fine.
So first thing I did was hot-foot it to tyre place. First thing I did, straight to tyre place, new tyres on front, job done.
Cool. Mine are all Hancock tyres. There's loads of tread on them stuff. So.
Are we talking at the same like? Sorry, there's a bit of confusion here. Kate says what make is it, and I'm assuming she meant our car. I says a Grandland X. It's a Vauxhall Grandland X.
Is that a Picasso?
Yeah. 17, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I tell you something. When we had it, it had only been off at docks one day, so it was straight off at docks. Straight to, you know, not.
It's already done 19 mile.
Yeah, it's a full Yorkshire paddle, Kate. Kate, you need to come up there and give it Welsh side.
Oh yes,
Welsh side.
Oh, what you got now?
Yorkshire Street.
Come on, Kate. Can we give it Welsh style?
Same accents.
Look, I'll
But
make
funny
you feel
thing
at
is,
home.
Kate,
I'll make you feel at home. There you go.
I'm not exactly. I live in Yorkshire, but I'm not originally from Yorkshire.
She's a doctor.
We've let that slide.
Citrine.
We've already chatted about that, Jeanette. We've let it slide. You've got the accent pretty much now.
Yeah, it is a bit similar, and you know.
Oh, when we say citron.
Oh dear. Is that what Kate's got, a citron? I don't know.
No, she's saying
Talking
how we
in
say
middle
citron,
now.
but she's saying how her accent sounds saying citron. Oh, what's occurring? Oh, that's not good enough, Kate.
Johnny wants you to come up on panel, Kate.
Come on,
Yeah, you said you were going to do earlier. I saw you put it.
No, now we'll get this fact straight here, Johnny. I'm doing Vauxhall Grandland X production, present assembly, France. What's all that? All that? Well, anyway, all I know is it come off a what do we call it? A ship onto docks, and then they picked it up from docks and brought it to Sheffield. Oh dear. So yeah, you know, but it's a 19 play, which obviously is when we had it. Oh no! I showed this car. I thought it was a Citroen. Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know.
It's the same vehicle as Peugeot 3008, so it's just a PSA vehicle. But
yeah, but you see with this, you can't get this. I know. Well, you know what I'm like with cars. As long as it's got 4 wheels and an engine, you know, they could all be the same to me.
What, like a Ferrari? Like a Ferrari?
It's like a family episode, isn't it? Where they're looking out a window at that car. He goes, "What make is it? It's red."
Well, I'm a bit more, you know, I'm not that thick.
Can't get the Ferrari.
But anyway, yeah, we're wondering whether or not to stick with Grandland or whether to go because with this mobility scheme, basically you can go anywhere, you know, whether it be a Citroen, whether it be a Vauxhall, Ford, whatever, you know what I mean.
My mum's gonna get
it's a Vauxhall Grandland X. Brand new, they're about 27 grand. No, you must be joking. It says, shall we get a smart car?
Yeah, to put it boat for local shopping.
Yeah.
Put it in your shed, that.
Yeah. But, I mean, you see, what we did was... Yeah, what we did was... basically, we wanted one where you didn't have to put no money down. Now you can get some cars on mobility, like I like Range Rover or Land Rover or Range Rover, well. But you have to put
like the old Beamer.
You have to put money down on it. You know what I mean? And I says to Chris, I says, you know,
I've got one RAV form, 6 little boxes with toy cars in.
It's a case of
well, on that subject.
Hey.
So anyway, so we were looking.
Is it called Tina that?
No.
Is it a Talbot? Yeah, that's a Corgi one. Oh, Triumph. Triumph for claim.
Yeah. Yeah. I've had 5 of the real ones.
Drink water, it rises.
Kate says BMW. Wakey says you'll need really big boxes for my toy cars because he does these RC remote control cars and.
I haven't had a chance to do anything with that model train yet because Keenan don't got a bloody bed.
Corgi, look.
Corgi.
It's an Atari 1.6.
Oh dear, we'll never live that one down. Atari 1.6. I'm Dad's still watching. Oh, Barry's weirness then. I can't thought an Atari were a make of a car.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna drop out, Jeanette, because Keenan's carrying on downstairs. I can hear her.
Okie dokie then.
Rex, have me on.
Well, just let me know when you come back and I'll pop link in again.
I can hear her having a paddy.
Oh, Kate says her dad's trying to do up his BMW, 34 years old.
Ooh.
Needs a lot of work. Well, you know what you want to do, Kate? What's that program called? Where they come in...
Car SOS.
Car SOS, that's it. Latest one has ripped my pa's gardens to shreds. He ain't pleased. Well, I should think so.
That's my Toyota. Can't see the reflection of the screen.
Ooh, very nice.
Fifth generation Celica.
Oh, Chris is well. Chris is used to like the Toyota Celica ones.
Oh yeah.
But he's gone on to Aston Martins now. Kate says BMW 320i.
Yeah, it's like that.
So that is BMW 320i.
Quite desirable now at E30s.
My dad has a 2009 Lexus R450H. That you know, that certainly don't make head and tails. It's hybrid, runs on battery. My dad and uncle share it. Oh, so basically, it's when it's hybrid, that means it runs on electric and petrol as well, or diesel or whatever. Is that what a hybrid is? Just tell me. I mean, I'm thick when it comes to
hybrid is hybrid is where it will run both petrol and a battery. Charges the battery.
So basically, when you're running low on fuel, you just plug it into electric.
Well, you run on the battery, and then when that runs low, it'll switch over to petrol engine to charge battery up.
When did you not have a Pontiac?
When I was a kid.
Oh, Pontiac Firebird.
They were his car got in an accident. Somebody bumped him when he weren't parked in it or something. He were parked up his car. Somebody bumped it.
Yeah. That's an E33 series.
His mate's Pontiac.
Oh.
It weren't actually his.
Oh, it weren't actually his.
No.
Oh. But he bought your mum a Skoda.
True story.
These days, Skodas are just VWs under skin.
But I mean, sort of like 20 years ago, you mentioned the word Skoda, and people brought to mind like bangers. But some of the Skodas nowadays are fantastic little cars. Yeah,
they're just Volkswagens.
You know what I mean? It's you used to mention Skoda. It's same sentence as car, and people think, oh, and they used to take Mickey out on you. You know what I mean? But some Skodas nowadays are really nice. I mean, your Alison's always had Skoda, hasn't she?
Yeah, my man. Still got one.
Did they call him smoking? Was he a bandit? It were only a borrowed one, Wakey. But you see, I mean, you're going to laugh at this. When we went to look at ours, obviously, I've just said it were part of the mobility scheme. And you go to show, I mean, this is pre-pandemic. So you go to showroom and they say, just have a wander around, see in cars, you know, if you like, just try it out for size. And he says, well, I want one that I'm not going to struggle to get in, that's got a big enough boot, because sometimes I have a wheelchair. So yeah, so we're walking right showroom, and we looked at an estate that was too low on ground. Anyway, we come across this Grandland X, so we're looking, and I says to Chris, I went, there ain't no radio or anything in it. So I said, so, you know, bloke come round and he says, how does it feel? You know, does it feel comfy? Blah, blah, blah. I says, yeah. I said, just one question though. I said, why ain't it got a radio in?
No, CD.
Ah, that right. Why ain't it got a CD or you know, or anything like that? He says, don't you know, Mrs. says everything's done via Bluetooth or whatever these days. You know what I mean? And I felt a right idiot. You know what I mean? And I same as I said, you know, I don't know about cars. So, you know, all cars we've had so far have had either O-type tape deck or a CD you can plug it, you know, you can put a CD in or whatever. And I was just wondering why this ain't got one.
I'll be back.
CB900F on it. What's that?
CB900F on it.
Ha ha ha.
You did that?
My brother has a 2700 record. He loves it. You know what I mean? They always say the only problem that you've got is when.
I'm back.
The old A-Reg, I think, two-door, it's been off-road for years. He was the first owner. But them sort of cars, Kate, are fetching a fortune nowadays, working or not working. I mean, I have watched, what is it, Wheeler Dealers?
Yeah.
And, you know, and I've not, because that's what Chris is into. He likes seeing all these, when I grow up, yeah, right. But yeah, I mean, I've watched enough car programs because that's Chris's, you know, he likes watching them sort of things. But even though it's an A-Reg and if it's still got all documents from when he first had it, Kate, it'd be worth a mint, even though it's not working. I mean, you know about cars, Park Nest, am I right?
Oh,
or
yeah,
am I
yeah.
right?
Yeah, well, my channel's mostly automotive.
But that's what I'm saying. They're worth a mint because her dad is the one and only owner. And even though it's not working, etc., it's still worth a lot of money.
But that generation of 3 Series is quite desirable now.
Yeah. A lot
The
of
generation
people,
before mine.
yeah, I know that a lot of people buy them as projects, let's just say. Amjad says his uncle watches Wheeler Dealers.
Yeah, top program that, mate.
But yeah, you know, I mean, from what I've sort of gathered, it can be worth a lot of money, Kate.
Hey, if I get too wakey, I can go roller skating with.
There's a YouTube channel where a guy restores E30s. What's his channel called? I think it's called Restore It.
Yeah, Kate says, yes, yeah, similar to that 36-year-old forged blue colour. There you go. No, Amjad says his dad and his auntie's car are one where you press a button to start it. No, I'm not. My auntie keeps her keys in the jacket whenever she goes in her car. But you see, the thing is, you know, I mean, it's like our car, when we first had it hadn't actually got a what do we call it? Handbrake. That's what I'm trying to think. I'm doing the thing here, and
what do we call it?
yeah, what do we call it?
Yeah, rolling back.
Yeah, it don't actually have an handbrake.
Just has a button in.
Yeah, but Chris has always drove a car that's got a manual handbrake. Now, it took a lot of getting used to that he'd got to press this button to put handbrake off and take it off.
Like lift it up, don't you?
Yeah.
And I kept on reaching down for handbrake that weren't there.
1989 BMW 3 Series parked up at the back of an industrial unit where I take Nell for a walk. Hasn't moved for 4 years. But
Throw it away and sell it.
yeah, we've just been saying, Wakey, that Kate says her dad is like he's had that car for 34 years. He's the only owner that car's ever had. Now that adds to the value because he's had the same car for 34 years, even though it's not working. They're worth a lot of money.
There's a lot of provenance with it being a one-owner car.
So, but I suppose it's knowing, like yourself, knowing what you're talking about, and a car's worth. Now, if somebody come along and let's say, for instance, you went to have a look at Kate's dad's car, and you said, well, in my estimation, it's worth about 20 grand, or I'm just, I'm not sort of, off top of my head. But you might get some Jack the Lad come and say, well, I know it's only worth about 10 grand. You need somebody that knows what they're talking about there with you, so they don't rip you off, so it's real worth. Not yet, Kate. 40 years is the threshold for free road tax. Because Kate says it's older than that way, because I'm 40 and he had it in 1980. Well, there you go. But you need somebody to do the research to find out exactly how much it's worth, because basically I don't care who it is, they'll try and rip you off and get it cheaper than what that it's actually worth. I'm the only owner of my bike, 18 years old now, and still does 0 to 60 in less than 4 seconds.
Boom. Bit like my man.
So it's one of them cases, Wakey, where you leave your wig behind. It goes that fast, it's like shit off a shovel, as Chris says. You leave your hair behind your wig. But yeah, you know what I mean? It's sort of a bit of a thin blue line, because obviously, hiya, Tracy.
Hi, Tracy.
Johnny taking over.
Probably. That's why he went down, because he said Keena were kicking off. Yeah, Tracy, did you get my message? I've had the same email that it says either tomorrow or Sunday them things is coming. Not with an helmet on, Jeanette. In new cars now, these people use Apple CarPlay. Yeah, we've got Android Auto in ours. The old A-Reg. Hiya, Carla. How are you?
Hey, Carla's in the house.
Hi, Carla.
But yeah, it's a case of you've got to know what you're doing in these sort of cases, and you hate for people to be ripped off, don't you? You know what I mean? So it's all right, we're talking about cars. Oh, Becky, better late than never, Becky.
Hey.
Well, it's evening
Becky.
here. It's 22:11 here, Becky. So yeah, you know what I mean. It's I'd put it this way: if I'd got a preference, I'd sooner be in 4 wheels than on 2 wheels. Put it this way. Yeah, exactly. But I messaged you as soon as I had email because I ordered that table covering, and it said I got exactly the same message saying that it, you know, either expected now between 16 and 17. You're a what is it? A fairground horse thing? She gives people all these emojis. Chris were a pint of beer yesterday. Well, not yesterday, Wednesday, weren't it?
Yeah, what about today, Becky?
And our a monkey. He paid for cash for it brand new all the years ago, and it's not got any miles on it either. That's even worth even more.
Yeah.
I'm Jad's a what? Sailboat.
Oh,
What are you sailing, Amjad?
yeah, I'm Jad's a ship.
Up on the sailor, man.
Hang on a minute. Carla says she's doing fine. Had 2 fantastic job interviews today that went great. I'm a very happy girl tonight. Well, hopefully, Carla, keeping your fingers crossed that you get offered one up.
Both.
I'm going to say.
You get the one that's got the most money.
Yeah, either you get offered them both, or one, or both, or
Not if, both.
yeah.
Friend, she ain't offered both.
I tell you, Steve hasn't been in tonight, has he?
No, I've seen him today.
So,
Pictures of what? What's that?
angry face mask with a big nose.
Actually, that sounds about right for most of the time, Becky.
It looks like an angry face with a big nose.
I'm not very grumpy old git.
Oh dear. Yeah, it's about time. Oh, Tracy's got a panda.
No.
It's you know, it's one of these things, Carla, where you know it has been a rough time for everybody, especially like somebody in your case that's been laid off work. But it all comes good in end. Trust me, Carla. It all comes good in end.
I usually end up in a better place.
Well, this is it. I mean, it might be a better paid job, or you know, it'll come good. Don't trust your Auntie Jeanette. It'll come good.
Oh, Jeanette.
Even though she's only slightly younger than me. Oh dear. If you saw a birthday thing, you'll know how old she is. But hey ho. She's like me. She don't care that anybody knows her age. So, you know. But you know, it's a case of all good things come to them that wait. If you know what I mean.
Oh, I see that. I'm trying to find an image.
But had I not, yeah, I get what you're saying. She says had she not have been laid off due to the COVID, she's not been able to spend time with her mother before she died, and that was a blessing. I you know, I understand that. Oh, Wake has only just got notification that I like. Chris actually got.
I got it at 9 minutes past 9.
Yeah, that's a record. 9 minutes past 9, and he got notification that I were live. So, you know, I think the notification thing's a bit gone a bit.
Well, it can be a miss.
Yeah, I've heard so many talking about it, saying they're not getting notifications, blah blah. You know what I mean? And I think at the moment, same as you say, it's a bit hit and miss at the moment.
Sometimes you don't have the option to select all. You know, when you ring the bell.
This is it. They say to people, you know, if you press that bell, that it notifies people that you're live, but it don't. If you know what I mean. Tracy says she got it last night a bit too early, though. Oh, dear. Yeah, just a little bit. But you see, on people's bells that I've got rung, sometimes it'll come up, it'll say, like Dusty. Dusty Blonde is live in 30 minutes. It always notifies you like 30 minutes beforehand. But that's not always the case. It's as dodgy as a very dodgy thing. Yeah. It's a case of, you know, for people that are regulars, they know when I go live and what time I go live. So it's not a problem, really. You know, it's... But yeah, right. Carla's into she's like a news anchor type of thing. She's in
Took me ages to find that.
What? That Angel?
Yeah.
She's like into the media, you know, news anchor, you know, that sort of thing. Pixie, can you set a reminder for a future video?
I can.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Amjad. It's very hit and miss. You know, sometimes people get notified. The same as Wakey says, he's just had notification that I'm live. Chris got notification at 9 minutes past 9. So, you know, it is very hit and miss at the moment. So, why is your chat not on? I don't know. You going back in time, are you? Oh well, another view for me. But it you know, I've heard so many people saying, Amjad, that they're not getting notified at all. You know, and it's very, you know, either no notifications, some get notifications, some don't. Oh, pardon me.
I don't always give you the option to select all. Maybe depending on the channel.
But yeah, but the thing is, you have the option to, if you click on somebody's bell and it says notify, whether it's an upload or whether it's a live stream, notify all, or gives you the option to, like when they upload a video, you can get notification then. But, you know, it's a case of if you click that bell and select all, whether it be live stream or whether it be a video, in reality, you should get notified. What?
That's a 6.5 minute video. I've just looked up. No, it's not.
It depends. It depends if the channel's content is made for children.
And guess what?
If it's listed as made for children, you don't have the option to change the notifications.
It's all right. Wakey says you feel free to come and take ours. I mean, snow. But I don't know. It's very, very up and down at the moment. So we're gonna try something different on Tuesday night's live stream, because me and Chris were talking about it. And since Tracy's had this new camera, that's since it's been like freezing. So what they're gonna do is, just for the baking lives, they're gonna switch cameras over. It were working all right when Tracy were using Johnny's camera. We never had an issue. Well, she's from Wales, Wakey. She don't know. Wakey is short for Wakefield, which is in Yorkshire. She's put A. Kate is from Wales. She don't know the you know. Yeah. Well, you see, we had a friend the other day, and it put a video up, Ian, DJ Ian Entertainments, but it didn't realise that it clicked on made for children. So I went to comment and it won't let me comment. It says comments are switched off. So I said to Chris, you'll have to message him and say nobody can comment on it. And he didn't realise that it were on, it were on, made for children. So if it's made for children, all comments and everything's turned off. So yeah, Wake It is short for Wakefield, which is Yorkshire, which is about, I don't know how far away is it from us?
What Wake is?
Yeah.
Wakefield. Not far, I'd say about 40, 50 minutes drive, but if I'm driving about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I'd say about 40 minutes roughly. Down M1.
Yeah, it's about 40. Well, it's about same.
Same to Leeds.
Yeah, same to Johnny's, isn't it? So
20 miles from you.
You could come out of that.
Okay, I'll come out with that then.
But yeah, Wakefield, yeah. Oh, she says Johnny's son.
Tracy.
Pardon?
So I'm just saying, it's all sorted now. Just seen Tracy's last comment.
Yeah. Johnny sorted it, more memory, and he went live on my new cam today, and it's all done now, and he updated everything running faster than before. So hopefully we shouldn't have a problem on Tuesday then. Kate says, thanks, Jeanette, for explaining that to me. So yes, he is in Yorkshire, but it's in Wakefield, which is about same distance.
Wake, as it's sometimes known.
Hey up. And that ain't Callum, by the way, it's Chris peeing about. So yeah, so hopefully we shouldn't have a problem then on Tuesday. But same as I was saying to Chris other night, partners, until Johnny bought Tracy that new camera, we haven't had a problem in previous weeks. I mean, she's been doing these baking vlogs for 3 months now together and never had a problem up until her using a new camera.
Yeah, but new camera's supposed to be better. Yeah,
2 week on trot, it's throwers. Now, I've only got like well, it's classed as a laptop, but it's more like a Chromebook, if you know what I mean. It's like a mini laptop. And I bought an HD camera, very similar to what Tracy's got. And I've had the exact same problem. It were freezing, it were juddering, and it's not Callum, Kate, it's Chris messing about. Oh, now I was a 9 gig DDR3, and then
28 gig in its desktop PC.
That makes no rhyme or reason to me. So anyway, I've got this camera, and it's very similar to Tracy's. I'll show it you. And it's very similar, and this is an HD camera. Now, I don't know whether it's not compatible with this laptop, or we're having exactly the same problem. And Chris says we only like being like a Chromebook type of thing. Oh, she won't settle, just saying night. Okie dokie then, Johnny. See you later.
See you later, Paul.
I'll see you, Johnny.
It's because of the size of the memory, it's just not compatible. If that makes, it probably makes more sense to you than it does me. But these aren't known to have like massive memories, so he
It's probably not up to spec
yeah.
to be able to use that webcam.
But you see, Chris has got a desktop. See you later, Amjad. Thanks for popping in.
Yeah, Amjad.
He's at it again. That your space is Chris as well. Chris has got like a desktop PC, tower and whatever. It works perfectly fine on his. You know what I mean? It works perfectly fine on his desktop PC, but it not work on mine. Well, it does work, but it's sticking and freezing and God knows what else. You know what I mean? I have come for cookies. Dark side seems nice, lol. Do you use frosting? What? Crypto. Crypto, by the way. Well, I've got good news and I've got bad news, Crypto. I made Mars bar cookies on Tuesday evening, but the bad news is
They're all gone.
They're all gone.
Gannett's eating them, that's why.
Carry on.
I said, Gannett's eating them, that's why.
Gannet.
Better known as Chris.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know what you mean, mate.
Well,
Chris.
I could think of a different name, but I can't really say it while I'm live. Yeah, Tracy's only got one left either. Oh dear. But yeah, I mean, when you've got two. No, we need cookies. But yeah, I made, honestly, Crypto, they're absolute. I did manage to get probably 3, I think, maybe 4. But yeah, Callum can't wait for me to make them again. So his favourite before that were the caramel banana blondies, but now they even better, he says. But yeah, when you've got 2 strapping blokes in arse, they soon go. They don't stay about for long. In fact, Callum had one. I thought you were sending me some. Yeah, right. They wouldn't even go as far as Boxgate. Honestly, Kate, they were like, anybody think they'd never had cookies or cake or anything before?
Not all me. What crap out at Asda.
It's a case of now you see them, now you don't. Well, I could have been unkind and said that, but I said strapping blokes. Well, a growing 18-year-old. You're just a greedy git.
Yeah, I know it.
Oh no, in Chris, Kate, I'd package them all up and put them in a nice box and everything, and Chris would eat them on way to post office to post them. Gone with the wind. Kate, Tracy says I was, Kate, but they're just gone with the wind. Yeah, well, that's a way of putting it, Tracy. But as Chris so eloquently put it, why buy anything like that from Asda when you can get them homemade and made from scratch? You know what I mean? I have never had Jeanette Dark cookies, but these were, how can I put it? They were coconut in them. There were chocolate chips. There were 380 grams of chopped up Mars bar. But it were like an ideal mixture. You could taste coconut in them, but it weren't overpowering, if that makes sense.
You know, you just reminded me of, you mentioned coconut. Have you seen the film Carry On Cruising?
I probably have.
Yeah, where the chef makes a cake that Captain puts all sorts of stuff in it. It's supposed to remind him of what places Captain's been.
But what I'm saying is, you won't put like something like that because you've got chocolate chips in it, you've got Mars bar in it. You wouldn't put like you wouldn't think putting coconut in it, but it made like a nice addition to it but the coconut wasn't overpowering. You could taste it, but it weren't overpowering. Oh, full of shit. I think that's Evan. But yeah, I mean, we're making, what is it, apple donut muffins this week. So it's basically the real name for them is a duffin, because it's a cross between a donut and a muffin.
That's
And it's only like one apple.
A duff muffin. A duff muffin.
That's the actual name for them. Because it's a cross between a donut and a muffin, they call them duffins. But there's only one apple in it, and then you grate it. Yeah. You see, what I'd say, Tracy, is that you could taste the coconut, but it weren't sort of overpowering. You could taste the coconut in them. They did melt in your mouth. But yeah, that is the proper name for what we're making on Tuesday. They actually a cross between a muffin and a donut, so they call them duffins. So it's going to be the same. It's only like you only put one apple in it and you grate it up and you put it obviously in the cake mix. Now, yeah. So the things that I've ordered, Tracy, are these, these pudding cups. So in a couple of weeks, we're going to be making madeleines, English madeleines, which is like a sponge coated in jam and then coated in coconut with cherry on top. So I've been wanting to make them for weeks and weeks and weeks, and I thought I saw these things on Amazon, and I thought, right, I'm gonna buy some and bite the bullet, and I'm gonna make these madeleines. I've got a recipe and everything, so so there you go. Me can't wait. But the thing is, Crypto, when I make anything, if it's what the boys like, they go straight away. You know what I mean? Same as Partner says, the greedy gets.
Yeah. Organic is Chris.
Yeah. But Callum even tasted one on Tuesday evening before they cooled down. They were still warm. And then he had cheek next day to say, well,
I'll be back.
He says, I'm not being funny or anything. He says, but that one I had last night, he says, they don't taste same when they've cooled down. He says, I enjoyed it more last night when they were warm than. I says, well, chuck it in the microwave and warm it up for a second or two. You know what I mean? If that's sort of what you're craving, I says, chuck it in the microwave. But everything tastes better when it's just out the oven and it's still warm. Right, it's 11:05, guys. I'm going to get off. Thank you, partners, for coming on the panel. I've made you a moderator, by the way. You've been regular here for quite a few weeks now, so once I know that you come in regular, I give you the blue wrench. No time to rest on the plate. Too right, Kate. They weren't even on a plate yet. They didn't even get a chance to go on a plate. Right. So thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Thank you, Partnest and Johnny, for coming on the panel. And I'll see you on Monday. Bye for now.
Bye. Oh, Partnest was gone.
You're gone already?
Well, he said he will be back in a bit.
He'll probably come back and think, where are they gone?
Where is he?
Where is everybody?
So we are